Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 8.52. Okay, I just started this, a couple minutes ago and had a crash, my first one of this playthrough. Hadn't really got much going on, so not sure what caused it. It wasn't even a crash on save, I don't believe. No, it wasn't. Not enough time, it just crashed for some reason. Okay. A little bit of behind the scenes here. Okay. Now, I'm going to say, at least for sure here in Britain, the tide has turned. We are now able to go on the offensive and not just there, because I'm going to go here and hit these guys and see what we can do with that there. And we're going to go up to Shetland. Now, as many of you may know, the Hearts of Iron map isn't correct. It's North and South America are an afterthought. What Boston's about parallel to Scotland. Latitude-wise, if I'm not mistaken, at least it's way up here. It's not just across from Boston isn't across from Spain, latitude-wise. So this is all within itself mildly accurate, but just an afterthought because no real action took place there. Where this is all fairly good. This is obviously wider than historical, but sort of needs to be so we can see and grab units here. Well, Shetland is the closest really spot to Norway. That's what got me sort of thinking about this, because we're heading up there as our next major significant offensive operation. There was what was known as the Shetland Express during the war. A lot of small boats that sometimes just sort of, they weren't rowboats, but either open sailing boats or open small powered boats would cross over here, and it was, because you could see, just about as easy to cross to Scotland. No, not really. It's up to Shetland. Because there were a lot of Norwegians who knew how to use the ocean as their main means of communication. And so they'd take off in small boats, mostly one way, though there was some going back. And they would, a guy who owned a boat or had access to a boat, maybe stole it, but and some of his friends would just get on and go over to Shetland, and they knew how to navigate well enough to get to there and join the Free Norwegian forces. And so there was a lot of outward mobility going over there. And so, but we're heading up there. I'm gonna move the forces here, getting ready to once this is done, to shift these up there. Gonna need some escorts. We're gonna have to defeat the subs. Have to be strong enough to do that, and whatever their air power is. Okay, Germany has decided destiny. The world will hold its breath. Barbarossa is starting. Okay. For the motherland, U.S. is expanding its sea coverage. Oh, we need to do this. Yeah. Another naval headquarters, maybe not necessary, but we'll do it. So we're helping out Russia by taking out these units here that won't be part of the invasion, obviously. Okay, well, we've made it in advance, so maybe we will be able to take those out and expand controlled territory up there. Confuse the AI some. Oh, we're waiting for supplies. Oh, come on. No, we don't have an infrastructure problem. There, we battled over this long enough. There. Okay, that's our infrastructure problem. Okay, we need to make sure we're repairing that. They've still got a lot of forces trapped here. Okay, we're moving in here. Let's take the fort. Yeah, this Italian army's doomed now. They don't have enough supplies. Keep themselves organized. Well, let's get what's the remnant of this fleet out. Just make sure it's out of air power range of anywhere useful. Let's shift this back a little bit. Oh, let's move the field marshal up top. Well, December 41, we'll be getting the second fortress there, so that may be enough time. Okay, well, let's get all of these garrison type units out of here. I think we can do it without those. Put it there. We just blatantly get them all over here. We'll still have use for them. I'm going to garrison up, keep Britain garrison with those. But I want to start using them to get North Africa and other things rocking again and get the enemy pushed back. Okay, fighter pilot training has advanced. Just out of the ground crew. taking a toll on our forces, this battle. Don't wanna, oh, First Guards Infantry Brigade shattered. Oh well. Yeah, well. Still running supplies through here, which is not my favorite thing. Oh, good. Only 2 columns right now. 2 supply groups. Okay. We've got very high popularity, so that's great. That'll mean more research. The Blitz is over to do. Okay, well they haven't written that, so some effect will happen with this, I guess, maybe? Don't know. Hopefully they'll develop that more. Okay, Kaiser Wilhelm II. The last Kaiser of the German Empire passed away today at age 82. Wilhelm fled into exile in the Netherlands at the conclusion of the First World War. After abdicating the throne and vowing never to return to Germany until the monarchy had been restored, he assumed the throne in 1888 upon the death of his grandfather Wilhelm I and his father Frederick III, who only reigned for 99 days. His eldest son, the former Crown Prince Wilhelm, was who commanded the Fifth Army during the Great War, is now the new head of the House of Hohenzollern. Yes, okay. No shine deal. Okay, Germany gets daily descent, national unity, and land organization because of this. So 41. Okay. If you've played TRE mod or watched the series of me doing that, either one or both, you'll know that we have covered a little bit about him in exile. He lived sort of in a rather nice house, modest for a German emperor, of course, but rather nice house in the Netherlands, and was treated with great respect. I've seen some pictures of his funeral. A bunch of the German generals showed up to it. Oh, what's his name? I forget. The one that, the old guy who constantly wore his black Prussian Hussars uniform. You know, one of the posters over at Hearts of Iron 4 forum wants him to be made into a personality for Hearts of Iron 4, but showed up to it. A few others showed up to his funeral there. Okay, not now. Oh, more things. Okay. Oh, stop. The Irish went down revolting during the war. Okay, well placed there. Not so much. He should have a leader. Maybe he did have one and just got pulled away. Yeah. Yeah. Support the attack. Garrison, support the attack. And the Italians are sending Air Force. Okay. Yeah. Well, the Greeks have been holding out fairly well. Looks like Germany is shifting a lot of its forces out, trying to go deal with it. Pressing fast enough, hard enough, have we? Or I think they're just exhausting themselves. Oh, medium bomber prototypes, good. No, more research because improve popularity. National popularity is improved, so better leadership. So let's start with that right now. Okay, and what's that? Been chatting a bit with the people on the Black Ice forum, a bit about under the topic Black Ice for Hearts of Iron 4. I know it's a bit of a controversial topic. As most of you know, I have been playing both games now for some time. I hinted at first, and a few people asked, and yeah, I wasn't gonna lie. Now it doesn't hardly matter to let people know that I have been in the beta, so I have been playing many hours of Hearts of Iron 4. I'll talk about the game once I can. I know when this will be released or whatever. Some of the early streams by some of the other streamers will be out, but I'm still under the NDA until the 6th, so just 5 days away. And then I'll be able to talk freely about the game as it's released. That doesn't mean I can talk about anything I know that we tested through and whatever, however it worked in testing or not, or any of those kind of things. I will forever be under the NDA on that. That's fine, but I'll be able to talk about the game, and we will do so then. I have a lot to say, including to some of my friends who, trust me, I'm in agreement with my friends on a lot of the issues for what they want to see in a Hearts of Iron game. That there's no real conflict, if there is any conflict at all, I'm not sure, but there's definitely some conflict on whether we or they or an individual. Obviously, an individual should do what they want to do. That's an absolute fair and basic statement. But what I'm really hoping is at least the modder element will take a look at Hearts of Iron 4 and go, if we can just get X, Y, and Z added to that game for our use, even if they don't use it in the basic game, and one of those things one of the X's could be like fuel, or something like that then they would take a look at modding it, because there are some really talented people in Hearts of, particularly the Black Ice team, that I would love to see turn their attention to Hearts of Iron 4. And maybe they're just going to be refused next, because I know there's people out there that I've never played Hearts of Iron 2. They refuse to go to Hearts of Iron 3. They're still modding, I think, mostly the Darkest Hour. A few, I think, watch my series routinely. And especially if they're, and I've never played, another thing, I've never played Hearts of Iron 3. When I started playing Hearts of Iron, it was with Hearts of Iron 3 for the Motherland. So the first two major expansions were already out, and when I started that game, I almost rage quit and never played it more until I found the Götterdämmerung DLC. That the thing that upset me, I know this isn't would be interesting to you, I don't know, but it interests me. The thing that upset me was, and they started to do a little bit of that with until I poked them a bit, was basically this, in that it was one set for garrison troops, one set for regular infantry, and one set for motorized infantry. And when I sort of took a look at it, garrison troops just use standard rifles, but old ones, and motorized troops mostly just, or cavalry or other stuff, mostly just use standardized rifles, but slightly newer ones. So yes, some of this stuff here, and it's done as hidden text, so you don't see the benefit. Sure, as standard infantry branches go up, militia and garrison units shouldn't necessarily get the same bonus levels for equipment as mechanized infantry units, who were getting the newest, shiniest equipment. And that just infuriated me, that I had to research small arms or whatever for each one, and that just and sort of, which goes back to Black Ice in the early days, is who made those DLCs with D-Day, the forum member, who started out the Iron Cross edition before it was Black Ice. It was because ICE stands for Iron Cross edition, if you didn't know. So that they started that, and that just infuriated me. I almost quit until I found that, and as well as mods that did a similar sort of thing that did this, so that there are things even in that I don't like vehemently. And so I started, like I say, was playing Hearts of Iron 3 for the Motherland for a little while before their Finest Hour came out. So those are a much more advanced game, especially with the AI, and so if you look at the original Hearts of Iron 3 thing, it was probably pretty broken, because I still consider this, even with Black Ice installed, broken, and that's mostly the supply issues and the AI issues, which Black Ice team doesn't have any ability to change, so it's nothing, again, criticism of them. And so, Hearts of Iron has developed 3, and yeah, okay, day one, they're not ready to either as modders or players to switch over. I don't blame them, and I've already stated just recently on the forum, if numbers stay high viewing this series, I will continue it, and I may even do more Black Ice series, again, if numbers stay high, because I am planning on doing, doesn't have to be as high as, just to have to stay sort of at the 100+ range of viewers, at least within the first day or so. This series, I'll continue doing it. If the numbers crash and everybody's watching Hearts of Iron 4, well then yeah, I will leave this and move to just doing Hearts of Iron 4. I love the Black Ice game because it is very rich in detail. That's all I'm going to say there. So I'm not going to compare it to something else. We'll talk about that in, like I say, about 5 days. And I'll go into that. Okay, so back to the topic on hand. Yes. Okay, the 17th Indian Black Cat Division forms. It was formed somewhere in India. Historically, during World War II, the 17th had the distinction of being continually in combat during the 3-year-long Burma campaign, except for a brief period of refit. It was formed in 41. Okay, great. That does look like Burma to me. Over there. And yes, we want some veteran units. Yeah, there it is. Oh, Group A is attacking us. hoping the AI will do okay at managing the units here. Gary is mobilizing. Okay, units. Okay, the Guards Armored Division. Okay. Shall we form the division headquarters of the Guards Armored Division in London? Yes, that sounds like a good thing since it's the headquarters. That's nice. Should we? We had the 1st Guards Infantry Brigade. Okay, well, they're just infantry. So how we do? Well, we should make sure we make at least a little positive on the supplies. We're doing very well. For upgrades, just slightly in the red there. Partly because I've been busy doing other things as well. I'm a little behind on making these and getting these up, so I'm going to keep this episode a little bit short today and end it here so I can get it up in time to post it. I want to thank all of you for viewing. Thanks for liking the videos. Please post your comments. As I said on the Black Ice forum, I will be I guess my channel isn't big enough to be, and this is a little channel compared to it. I'm going to have to wait until the 6th to release any video footage of Hearts of Iron 4 and to be able to talk about it. I check, see if I can get out a little early. Get with the other YouTubers, so they're going to have a few days head start on me on that kind of thing, but I will be covering it in some great detail. I'll be talking about it sort of from maybe a little less from what I've seen a lot of the other Let's Play videos, whether it's some of the really big guys like Quill18 and Arumba, or Benjamin Magnus, who does another very good job. Those guys are very good YouTubers, better than me at doing this talking thing, I think. But what they mostly focus on, it seems, because I've watched different ones of their, not always just Hearts of Iron, but some of their different various episodes. They focus a bit more on gameplay, how to beat the game, or how to take over the world as Albania kind of thing. I'm going to look at it a little bit more of a modder's perspective, Hearts of Iron 3, Black Ice perspective kind of thing, and as sort of a review and evaluation, and I'll be taking your questions and answering them in subsequent videos, I think, if there's a significant number of them, as well as doing series like this of picking England or Germany or whatever and starting to play a series going through as that. And again, that will be at least starting out mostly a historical based thing. We won't be doing, again, I say start out, who knows what's going to be happening once we get done with a few, but won't be, oh, Germany invades Italy or anything like that. Early on, it'll be going like we have, mostly down the historical path. We may be doing, other fun and interesting things, like, I don't know, try to get Britain on the Axis side or something like that. I don't know. We may try those some eventually, but at least for now, I'm looking at playing mostly historical campaigns to start out with. And I will say this, without going any further into it. the game plays a lot faster than Hearts of Iron 3. So I doubt we'll be seeing 200 plus episode length series. So the idea of playing Germany, Italy, Japan, United Kingdom, USA, Soviet Union in reasonably short periods of time is very likely. Whether we're going to get down and try to play Lithuania or something to see how that goes, I don't know if we'll ever get that far into whatever small countries. But that doesn't mean something like Romania or play Spain through the Spanish Civil War kind of thing won't happen fairly early. Some of the more medium-sized countries may more likely be happening. But just some ideas what I'm looking for with Hearts of Iron 4 playthroughs. I do appreciate it if you mention in this series, my channel, whatever, to your friends online, offline, on the forums. It helps. It really helps if we can get more viewers into watching the different series. Obviously they'll either start watching and go okay, but go away, or they'll stick around. I don't know, but do appreciate any help in that area as well. So see you next time for more of World War II, the greatest conflict man has ever known.